Hey RHS, did you know that Wyandotte Public Schools just received a bond from the city of Wyandotte? We're here to take a closer look on how they were distributed. Do you feel like the bonds were evenly spread out?
I think there's been a lot of upgrades. If you look at what the bond was used for between like technology and some of the building upgrades, granted I haven't been to all the buildings yet to see that, but I think for the purpose of what the bond said, that it's pretty evenly spread out.
How do you feel about the improvements to the football field but none to the hockey team?
I think it's nice to have improvements to the whole football program and the whole stadium, but it would also be nice to have some improvements in the hockey arena as well.
Were there more athletic updates than educational updates?
That is the question I most get asked because everybody sees the field, for example, with the new bleachers, and they assume like all that money. That was $500,000 out of $39 million. So about 1% went to the new field. So 1%, but it looks like it'd be so much more money. So really the majority of it went to things like boilers and roofs and windows and things like technology and the new entrance here to make students safer.
How do you feel about the bonds received to Wyandotte Public Schools?
I'm actually pretty excited about the bond and some of the changes that it's bringing as far as the technology and the computers and the different type of ways we're making the school safer, as well as the improvement in the athletic facilities.
Do you think teachers would change their lesson plans if they had one-to-one technology?
Yeah, I think they would because when they tell us to use our phones, our Wi-Fi doesn't always work, so sometimes we have to change the entire plan.
Do you feel that you have one-to-one technology in your classrooms?
Not consistently, no.
Do you think your lessons plans would change if you did?
Absolutely. When I have the ability to use it, which is not often, unfortunately, I even change the lesson plan sometimes at the last minute, and I find it to be extremely beneficial. Now, there are some lessons that certainly would not require one-to-one technology in the sense of computers and such, but I go to these wonderful conferences, I get all these new ideas, I look at what other school districts are doing and the accessibility that their students have, and I think to myself, boy, gee, if we had that here at Roosevelt High School, I could really implement some pretty incredible ideas.
I really like the improvements. I think it makes our school look a lot better. Just around, I really like them. Really good.
Do you feel any of the improvements benefit the football team?
I think it benefited us a lot. We got the new turf, and that really helps. We had a lot of holes in the last turf we had, and we had some injuries because of that last year. But I really like the turf. The bleachers look great, and also I really like the scoreboard. It's pretty cool.
What is your opinion of the conditions of your textbooks?
They're all good, and in my language arts class we just got new ones, so they're all pretty nice and good shape, and I can use them every day. So.
Do you feel that in your classes you have one-to-one technology available to you?
Yeah, it's available as long as the card's there, and if it's not, if it's required, then the teacher will take us down the LMC or somewhere that it's available to us.
Do you use computers often in your class?
Yeah, they've been incorporated in almost every class I've been in so far.
Teachers have talked about one-to-one technology for each student. Why has there not been in effect yet?
I have great news on that. We have a 5-year technology plan, which means we started in 2015 with this plan with the goal by 2020 to have one-to-one technology. So our current goal will be utilized in just a couple years. There's something called an enhancement millage that's on November's ballot. If that passes for Wayne County, we'll get $2 million a year for the next 6 years, which will mean we'll reach that goal by 2018. So that's great news for students.
Do you have one-to-one technology in your classroom?
Well, I do if that means everybody has their own cell phone, but no, we do not have one-to-one in our classroom.
If you did have one-to-one technology, would it affect your teaching?
Oh, I think it would improve the teaching here by a wide margin. We'll give us a C in here now. We might move up to, say, a B+.
And one-to-one technology will be in effect in the years 2018 to 2020. How do you feel about that?
I think one-to-one technology so far has been like finding a unicorn. Like, I'm not sure it exists. 2018, 2020, I will tell the next person to be ready for it then.
Well, there you have it, RHS. Are you pleased with the new improvement?